Hey friends, this is 40. Did y'all get a chance to check out that video I shared on my timeline from one of my favorite YouTubers? I'm looking down in my notes if y'all see me looking, but she's on her channel is called Holistic Manifesting, and her name is Jamila. The video I posted on my timeline is called like Noise Pollution Weakens Your Frequency, and it is talking about like peace and quiet. And she mentioned like, when you need to quiet down your phone, when you need to turn off your notifications, and you know, um turn down your TVs. You just got the TV on just playing, and sometimes we had the radio on for background music, but you got some not good music playing, the radio playing. Not like that kind, like she mean like literally noise. So um not just like mental noise, but like actual noise. And that made me want to talk about I that is one of the reasons why I asked my husband to get his own place, because he was so loud. And she was just talking about how like her kids were at school and it's just quiet, and she was about to make her a sandwich, and um it reminded me of that scene on Spanglish with Adam Sandler, and he was just about to bite into his sandwich, and then she walked in wanting to talk to him. But anyway, she was just having like a quiet moment, and you know how it is when you're about to eat your favorite snack and watch TV for an hour before the kids get home or something like that. And it does feel like luxurious, especially to wives and mothers. Like peace and quiet and no noise feels luxurious to us. Like, oh, did y'all resonate with the part where she was talking about she was standing over her daughter doing her hair, and her daughter was just like scrolling through Instagram or whatever, and it was so like chaotic and loud, and I was just like, oh my God. Every time I have a small daughter, and every time I'm listening to what she's listening to, I'm like, why are they always hollering? Why do they need to scream? Like, what are they upset? Like, what is going on? Why is my blood pressure rising as I'm listening to this stuff? I'm like, oh my God, like I can't listen to what you listening to. I cannot do your hair and listen to your tablet. I need you to get some headphones on or something, because I cannot. So when she said that, I was like, yes, that listening to somebody else scroll is chaotic. Um, but yeah, so I thought it made me think about at the beginning. I've been married for be going into our 10th year. It'll be 10 years this year. So when me and my husband first got married, he used to stomp so hard on the floor. Like he used to walk so hard. And he had socks on, y'all. And it just sounded like he was just walking on bone on floor. It was so loud. And I used to be like, oh my God, why is he always thumping? Because I'm really sensitive to noise. And that's another reason, one of the reasons which we'll talk about later, why I need to go get tested for ADHD and autism and stuff like that. But I'm really sensitive to noise. So he would just be walking so hard and just going to the kitchen or something. I trip off of it like every day, like dang. And I think like after a couple of weeks, because what happened was we moved, and we moved into a house that was all hardwood floor. And I think he was walking a little bit hard, when we first started living together. But I really noticed it when we moved into this like empty house with no carpet at all. And I'm like, I'm way on the other side of the house, and all I hear is his feet, boom, boom, stumping through there like the heels is hitting the floor real hard. I'm like, what in the heck is all of this noise? So one day I finally asked him, like, because I was getting self conscious, like, is he mad at me? Like, did I do something wrong? I had just got married, yeah. I was still in my pick me era. I'm like, what did I do? Why is he walking so hard? Is he mad? So I asked him one day, I said, babe, I noticed you walking kind of hard. Are you mad at me or did I do something? Or and he just thought it was just so funny. He just laughed and was just like, nah, baby, how long you been thinking that and this and this and this? I'm like, the whole time I've been hearing you walk so hard on the floor. And he was like, nah, my mom used to tell me the same thing. And I was like, yes, baby, you walk super hard. I'm gonna need you to try to, like, I know you ain't gonna be able to tiptoe or nothing, but I'm gonna need you to try to, like, be more cognizant of how loud it is when you walking. So I remember having that conversation with him. And then, like, later on in the marriage, maybe like a couple years after that, and these things like slowly built up over time. He didn't just do it one time and I just snapped out. I noticed that he would, because we had a really short dating period. If any of y'all know, I got married to my husband 23 days after I met him. So this is the kind of stuff that I did not know. But when we would go out in public, like to stores and stuff like that, he'd be talking so loud. And I'm like, what? And then, I'm standing real close to him, and I'm leaning in and trying to whisper to him like, hey, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I'll be trying to bring him down. And sometimes it'll work and he'd catch the point, but most of the time it didn't. And I was like, after a while, honestly, I figured out that he was being so loud because he was trying to get like other people in on his conversations, especially when like he was pissed off about something or mad about something, and he'd be trying to get like everybody in. And he that person, trying to get everybody else in on the conversation and amped up. The line long or moving slow or something like that. Here he go talking loud and stuff, and I'd be like, and I get embarrassed real easy. Like, don't start talking loud and stuff in the store and doing all. Don't embarrass me, please don't, because I just walk clean out. So he was just be loud and he wasn't saying nothing mean to me, or he ain't never going off on me and nothing like that. He just be loud talking. The whole store don't need to hear your conversation. And that's for them people that be on the speakerphone. Everybody don't want to hear your conversation or need to hear your conversation. And most of y'all be having private conversations that don't need to be on the speakerphone. But anyway, he would be so loud. So I was like, babe, when you be in the stores, you be talking so loud. And I need you to, because I need you to, like, make whisper a little bit. Can you use your whisper? Show me. I literally was like, show me your whisper voice. Like, show me how you whisper. And he was like, I cannot whisper. He'll like talk calmer, but it was still the same like volume. I'm like, oh my God, this man is so loud. I gotta live the rest of my life with this loud ass man. So that was another thing. And then, like, recently, not recently, years ago, I realized that he didn't do well in quiet. Like, riding in the car. Like me, I'm one of them people who don't ride. My kids don't either. We don't ride with the radio on. Because, that's the time when you need to talk to the person that's in the car with you. You probably don't get to spend that much time with them. They probably always on the phone or something. So that's the time you need to talk to them. So I don't really turn the radio on in the car. And he would like have the radio on nonstop. Then he'd be trying to talk to me over the radio, and he already loud. So now he like right here because he's driving, yelling in my ear. And I'm just like, oh my God. His volume was like killing me, y'all. Killing me. And I was like sad that it was bothering me so much, but I'm like, this dude is too loud. So I finally figured out that he had some hearing loss. He, worked around airplanes and do welding and all that kind of mechanic type stuff, and stuff be loud and popping and stuff. So I you know, was like I said, was able to, like I just did, was able to take a breath and like give him a teeny bit of grace for the fact that he had hearing loss. Like he literally had a hearing test, and he knew he had some hearing loss. He didn't like speak about it, but I'm sure he figured that he knew that he was missing stuff. He was missing what people were saying, always saying, huh. And you don't notice that until you get a wife, and your wife like, babe, how many times do I got to repeat myself? And he would just, so we figured out he had some hearing loss, and I'm just like, he always wanted the TV on. When we first tried to sleep together, we did not sleep together before marriage. When we first got married and moved in with each other, he would sleep with the TV on all night. Yeah, I didn't, sleep for a while because I didn't want to make him uncomfortable. Pick me arrow, see? I didn't want. We was honeymooners. I didn't want to make him uncomfortable. If he was used to having the TV on that night that made him comfortable, then I'll be uncomfortable. That's how we do. So I did that for a while, and then I was losing so much sleep, and being cranky throughout the day. And you mad at me because I'm mad at you. You don't know why that I'm mad at you. I don't know either. I'm just mad because I'm sleepy. You know what I'm saying? It was that TV being on at night was affecting me. So I finally got him to where he would at least set the timer. Like, I understand you need to fall asleep with the TV, but the TV I don't need to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and they cussing and fighting and shooting and you bam, 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 bam. And, I'm like, damn, once again, nervous system out of whack. I'm like, no. So at least I got him to start setting the timer on the TV, and the TV would go off. Because if it don't go off within like 1 or 2 hours of me falling asleep, it wakes me back up. And then it takes me 1 or 2 hours to fall back asleep. So I'm very much annoyed if I get woke up in the middle of the night and not be able to go back to sleep for a while. And then he can go back to sleep. He over here snoring. See, because that's why I said that was another reason why he needed his own place. He needed his own place, and I was like, as we've gotten further along in our marriage, I'm like, look, I'm not trying to change you. If you was gonna adjust or change anything, it should have been a long time ago. I'm not finna ask you to do nothing else. I got tired. I got through. I'm not asking you to do nothing else, but I need quiet. I need to have quiet at some point in the day. My brain, I couldn't process no thoughts. And then I'm like, that's what's up with him. He can't process no thoughts. He's not trying to. He wasn't trying to have no peace and quiet. And I'm just like, I was just like, I can't do it no more. TV always on, radio always on in the car, talking loud and all of that. And her video brought all of those feelings and emotions up about me just needing peace and quiet. Just needing peace and quiet. And when I was going through the dark night of the soul, that's when you stop talking to everybody. You in isolation. It was like shortly after COVID. Like once COVID was kind of 2022, when it was when COVID was like, I ain't gonna say wrapping up because it took like forever, but it was around 2022, and I stayed quarantined. I stayed working on myself and stayed going through stuff and stayed trying to grab my peace when I could, because I had a how 18, 19, she was like 4. I had a 4-year-old. So, but I was like, I had adjusted my phones, like I was talking about in the beginning, notifications, anything that was annoying me, turned off the notifications. And those things, believe it or not, y'all, they make a big difference. Your phone do not need to be going off every 5 minutes. I got a friend. I mean, every news thing, ding, every Facebook post, every time somebody tag, every time, I mean, like every little thing, her phone is going off. A coupons all day, texting. And then I got to realize that her phone going off, she likes that. It makes her, and because she just like, and like, let me grab my phone. Like, it makes her feel important to have all them dang on notifications going on. Okay, but I was trying to have peace. So I adjusted all my phone notifications and, you know, start using do not disturb. This is only my second iPhone. So I started using do not disturb. And after 10 o'clock, unless you like on my favorites list, my immediate family, my phone is not making no noise. It's time to start going to bed. That's why y'all sit up here scrolling all night, wait until you go to bed. And really, when I stop all of those, things that would make me pay attention to my phone, I would watch a movie and fall right asleep and go to sleep. So I adjusted all that. My phone does not start ringing in the morning until after 10 o'clock. It ain't nobody that needs to talk to me before 10 o'clock except for my kids. So, those little adjustments help me get so much peace. My little daughter is at a church meeting right now, and I'm just enjoying my peace. I said I usually record my videos in a little while. I said, let me record my video now while it's quiet. So I just wanted to come on here and say, watch Jamila's video on holistic manifesting, and let me know in the comments if you are trying to get your peace. Have you been able to get your peace? Are you struggling for peace? Do you have yours? I have my peaceful moments, y'all. And we all need to be getting them now, especially now. We are supposed to be in rest mode. What's going on is not our fight. Everybody needs to just be resting and try to get y'all some peace, even if it's just a little bit. I'll see y'all next time. This is 40.